All right. Welcome to the Lake Nona Social Podcast. My name's Omar. I'm the founder of Lake Nona Social, and I'd like to introduce my guests here today.
And I'm Linnea. I'm one of the hosts. You probably see me on some of the videos. So I'm always here around different parts of our neighborhood and at events. So we are so excited to talk with you all today. So this is the Lake Nona Social Podcast, where we're going to discuss all things Lake Nona, our neighborhood, what's going on. And this guy right here, Omar, I call him the unofficial mayor of Lake Nona because he always knows what's going on. So if you want to know what's going on in our neighborhood and get a first account of everything, this is the place to be, and this is the man to know. That's all.
Awesome. All right.
So now that I've blown up your head, okay?
Yes.
So I'm excited. I really want us to first talk about, probably about a couple of weeks ago, a lot of people were posting this video on the Today Show where they were talking about different areas to visit in 2023. And of course, Lake Nona.
Yeah, Lake Nona actually made the national news.
Yeah.
So when it comes down to the Today Show, I think they were pretty much doing a segment on where some hot places to go in the United States. And they chose the Wave Hotel.
Yes.
Featuring some of the biggest private art collection in the world.
Yeah, and I don't know if you've all been to the Wave Hotel. Of course, it's right here in the town center, not too far from Boxty Park. And if you're ever on 417, you can't miss it, right?
Yeah.
It's literally in the shape of a wave, and it's a lot of colors. But it's such a nice place because you have great restaurants there that are really unique. But the sculpture garden, and that's what they featured on the Today Show, that art collection is a part of the largest private art collection in the world, and you have it right here in Lake Nona.
It's amazing, right? So it's the entire property of the Lake Nona Wave Hotel, all the way from Bacan, their fine dining restaurant, which is a Michelin guided restaurant. They're actually trying to
know that. See, he's already dropping gems.
They're definitely working on their first star, Michelin star. So they're very close to that.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. And then upstairs you have the Haven restaurant, which is really good, and the Haven Lounge. So that's one of our newest nightlife additions.
So if you're looking for a nice date night and you want to get dressed up, that is definitely the place to go, and you do not have to go too far. It's so nice. It's very pretty in there. So make sure you check out some of our videos. We've been there. We've had events at the lounge as well. And it leads out to a pool where there's usually a DJ on the weekend. So they're really trying to get more community involvement to check out their hotel. But it's open to the public.
Oh, it is.
So go. I know some people have told me, can I just go there? I'm like, yes. Please go there and visit.
Yeah, definitely. I love the nightlife. And like you said, we hosted our first private members club event there at the Haven, our Black and Gold event, which was amazing. Love that. And just like so many different features in the Wave Hotel that we love. And then also that sculpture garden to really just kind of peacefully walk through that, see the artwork, which is amazing. And I can't wait till we do an event there.
I know. So watch out for that, so we can have a really big event at the Wave Hotel, because I just feel like it'll be so pretty and just epic.
Awesome.
All around.
Cool.
Okay, so let's talk about let's learn more about you, Omar. And you have been living in Lake Nona before Lake Nona was or became the Lake Nona that we know today. So for all of us that are part of the problem, I moved here 3 years ago, so I moved here with the traffic. How was Lake Nona before that? Just kind of for everyone that's just joining in, if they don't know the history behind Lake Nona, just kind of where it was and how it kind of became what it is today.
Sure. So we moved here in Lake Nona roughly 13 years ago. And there wasn't much here.
So there was just cows.
It was the cows, the longhorns. It was just there was land galore.
Yeah.
And you see right there on Narcoosa, you have the Walmart shopping center with all the different features. That was just a really majestic land with one humongous tree that the branches just really just spreads out. It was really magical.
Yeah.
So
didn't they cut the tree down?
Well, they tried to relocate it. I'll give them credit. They tried to save the tree, but it was already rotten inside.
Oh, okay, so it was
couldn't
already.
save it. Yeah. definitely. But yeah, you can get to one side of Narcoossee and Lake Nona, South Lake Nona to North Lake Nona, really like in 5-10 minutes.
And that is not the case now. Okay, Narcoossee is gridlock in a certain time. Good thing they're widening the roads. We all know about the traffic on Narcoossee, so it's definitely not a 5 to 10 minute drive. It's more like 30 to 40 minutes, especially if you're heading to St. Cloud.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, you have to be a little strategic in your travel here on the main road, strip of the Lake Nona area. Yeah, for sure. But it's great. So I still love living in Lake Nona. When I moved here, I knew it was going to grow. I knew it was going to stay, very small, stuff like that. So I do welcome the growth. I just, like everyone else, we're looking forward to having more roads to kind of ease that traffic.
More roads, widening of roads, because ever since I've been here as well, when I first got here, it was still like nice, of course. We had Boxy Park, we had the town center, but it wasn't as crowded.
Yes.
And I feel like for some reason, I don't know if it's COVID or what happened.
Lake Nona is no longer a secret.
It's not a secret anymore.
Yeah, I remember in those days where trying to get our friends to come visit us here in Lake Nona. I was like, where is this? By the airport? Man, that's like 30 minutes out. I'm not going out there.
Exactly.
And like most of my friends are moving here now. Like,
Or I have friends that are, like I just told you today, the great thing about Lake Nona is that it's been not just on the Today Show. I feel like influencers are making a point to come here.
Yes.
Because I had a friend that just messaged me and said, sent me a TikTok and said, hey, have you been to this place? It was the Wave Hotel. And I was like, yeah, that's up the street for me. Like, I've seen other TikToks on date night spots, and there's always including Lake Nona. So we've really made a name for ourselves.
Yeah, Lake Nona is literally on the map now. It's just really a hot place to come.
Yeah.
Between all the different events that we do and that the developers Tavistock is hosting here in Lake Nona, it's really becoming.
You don't have to leave Lake Nona to have fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Which I like. Yeah. Also on Narcoossee, some things that I'm kind of glad that we have. I know some people might not like this, but you said longhorns earlier. I know you were talking about the actual animal, but we have longhorn here.
Yes.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
Because I like them.
So yeah, you have longhorn just open up, and then right next to that you have Olive Garden, which is it's opening soon here as well. So that gives into a little debate, right? Chain restaurants versus small mom and pops.
Yes.
What are we looking for? Everyone, likes a chain, but really, people here in Lake Nona are really starving for that small mom and pops.
Yeah.
Restaurant feel.
Yeah, I agree. And I feel like that's kind of been the battle that we've seen with growth. And I love Longhorn, and I love Olive Garden as well, but having those mom and pops, like special type of restaurants, we still have them here.
Yes.
But I mean, we're growing. So.
Yeah, exactly. So I think we really need to support our mom and pop restaurants that we have here, and we even have some local restaurateurs. When it comes down to the owner of Don Julio's has recently opened up a new concept. The Pisco Peruvian Express and Gastro Bar. So it's amazing ceviche, So this is like a homegrown restaurant concept, which, if you haven't been there yet, you have to try it. It's amazing.
See, those are the kind of things that you still have here in Lake Nona. Also, little places for kids like Naked Cupcake.
Yes.
Like, that place is super nice. It came from a food truck. She was a teacher, then she had her food truck, then she grew beyond the food truck, and now she has her first shop here in Lake Nona, which again is more of a small business. I don't know how small she's going to stay.
No, she's definitely gonna surpass it. She's just definitely gonna grow. Sandra, I met her. It was like at a community farmers market when I first met her. And she was in a food truck. She had the Naked Cupcake food truck that was out there, which was amazing. I remember every time that I would go to the market, if my daughter didn't come with me, he's like, Dad, make sure you please bring back a cupcake. Yeah, she's an aspiring baker, and she has interned for her as well at her new store location off of our Narcoossee. She's amazing. The cupcakes are awesome.
Yeah, so make sure you check out the Naked Cupcake. Let's also, Omar, so there are people who are tuning in. We want to know, what are some things to look forward to? Can you give us any details on what's going on in Lake Nona that maybe a lot of people don't know about?
Wow.
Drop us some gems, okay?
Oh,
That's
man.
why we're here.
That's a loaded question, right? So it's like,
Pick one. We have several episodes coming up.
Exactly. Like, what are you into, right? So it's interesting. All right. So, this whole real estate market right now is heavily on apartments and different things that are coming. You like it or not and stuff like that. It's to where the market is going. But we actually have a property that's coming here in Lake Nona. It's called Lake Nona Skylar.
Okay.
It's going to be up to 18 stories, complex, 3 towers. If I remember correctly, one's 16 stories, 18 stories. So it's probably one of the tallest buildings here in Lake Nona coming, with some awesome amenities.
Wow.
So this place is going to be amazing.
Next, when will Lake Nona become a city? Okay, we're not going to talk about that. We're just going to drop that in.
Yeah, because here in Lake Nona, of course, we never say that we're from Orlando. We never say, "Oh, I live in Orlando."
I do not claim Orlando. I claim Lake Nona.
Exactly, right?
It's kind of hard to claim Orlando when you feel so kind of, I wouldn't say disconnected, but we have our own thing going on here.
I think Lake Nona is its own, like you said, its own thing. It feels like its own city, right? It's just really that much of growth and that much pride that we have when we're living here. Yeah, it's a suburb of Orlando, but we feel like it's its own city.
Yes.
So I think maybe in the future, naturally, it would be, what do you call it, annexed or
annexed
that?
into a city.
It'd be interesting to see
I know I'm not the only one thinking that. I'm just putting that negative. Okay, so let's go back to this new development that might be coming.
Yes. It has some amazing features. I have to look into a little bit more of the development, but I know it's going to be close to the Landon House.
Okay.
It's already across from the town center. And then you have the linear park that's coming as well, which is going to stretch throughout Lake Nona. It's going to be, I think, almost like a mile-long park.
Look at that. Yeah. I mean, if you live in Lake Nona, if you've bought in Lake Nona, then you have made a great investment, because not only do we have that coming, then of course we can't look over Disney. Yes. And then bringing some of their corporate offices here. So where do you see Lake Nona in 10 years?
Oh, wow. It's hard to imagine, so it's, the area is growing so much, but again, it's not at the same time, right? So it does take its time and kind of see what's coming and stuff like that. Things that I will hope to see within the next 10 years, of course, is a lot of more entertainment venues and stuff like that for the area. I would say Disney would probably be, started to, grow here as well. They purchased a large section of Lake Nona. Here near the town center, so they're supposed to start around 2026.
Oh wow! Okay.
Here they're moving all of their executives and stuff like that from California to here to Lake Nona. Yeah.
See, if Disney executives have to move here, then I'm going to stay. I will stick my feet in the mud. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, definitely. But I think we definitely look forward to more entertaining venues, movie theater, comedy club, bowling alley, all of that kind of.
Yeah, I would say that's the one thing I do want more in Lake Nona, and that's kind of where we fit in, just to kind of put in the Lake Nona Social plug in there, is that we try to curate events where we feel like it will offer something unique and to enhance what already is here, so you don't have to leave. Yes. We have that entertainment here, small events and such.
Yeah, definitely. And then what we really want to happen here at Lake Nona as part of our new private members club is really curating unique experiences within the area.
Yeah.
So you definitely want to join that.
Yeah, so we need you all to help us out. If there is an event that you want to see or something you want to see here, let us know, reach out to us, because we're here to make you happy as well, and we want to make. Okay, so our last topic, we are almost so close to Valentine's Day, so I know people out there are trying to figure out, what am I going to do for date night? Of course, my number one pick would be Naked Cupcake. You can go there. The great thing about Naked Cupcake, and the reason why it's called that, is that you actually get a naked cupcake, and then you have all these toppings. So think about like ice cream and places where you can just add everything that you want. So they have, I guess, like designs that they've already made, but if you're feeling very creative. You can have gummy bears with chocolate frosting and sprinkles and be able to do that. So I think that's a really cute date night, a really good first date because it's not too serious.
Sure.
And it's super sweet. So check out, that's my number one. And it's good for kids too. If you have to like bring the kids on your Valentine's Day.
That's awesome.
Because Valentine's Day falls on a Monday this year.
I think
Monday
it's a Tuesday.
Or a Tuesday.
Which is very,
Yeah, so.
So when are you going to celebrate Valentine's? Are you going to do that weekend before? Are you going to do a little bit after?
Oh, no, I'm a person that I have to celebrate on the day.
Ah, okay.
If it's not on the day, it is not.
It doesn't count?
It doesn't count. It doesn't count. So we're still figuring out what we're gonna do that day. My husband did take off, so I'm thinking like massages, maybe a good dinner or something. But I'm definitely celebrating on Valentine's Day.
Definitely. I think there's a few different things that are even happening in February that's really kicking things off, which is awesome. And we're actually gonna have a comedy club or comedy show on the 15th of February at the Dockside.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
So I mean, that'd be something that you want to add in there.
Even if you could still go.
Yeah.
What do they call the day after Valentine's Day though?
I don't know.
The side piece day. Side piece day. No.
Oh, that's an interesting one.
I'm just saying, but no, that's still.
But you do have even the Galentine event.
The Galentine event as well. So there's so many things that we are doing here. Comedy show on the 15th. Yeah. Galentine's Day as well.
On the 12th.
Yeah, on the 12th. So you have something before and after. And then you really don't have to leave the area if you want to get a massage or have a nice dinner at the Wave or check out Pristine Spa. They're really good with massages.
They're awesome.
They do couples massages there. Yeah, we covered that last year. Yeah. So if you're looking for a couples massage, and it's affordable. So go there.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you doing?
I can't tell my secrets, I have to, just in case my wife is watching this,
That's what people say when they have no plan.
Exactly.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm figuring it out as we're talking, so I'm like, oh, what are you doing? Okay, let me add that in there.
Cupcake, Pristine Spa. See, tell Danae I'm looking out for her.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Well, everyone who joined in, thank you for joining in. Leave us a tip. Let us know what you would like to have, like events you would like to have. Also, some topics you would like us to cover. Like I said, Omar is the unofficial mayor of Lake Nona. I am giving him that title. So anything you want to know, he either knows it or he knows how to get the information.
Awesome. Yeah, I think I know too much about Lake Nona.
I think you know. But you're the perfect person to ask these questions to. A lot of people have questions sometimes about what's coming down the road, pipeline, or can we have this, or has this been asked before? And you always have an answer.
Awesome. Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
All right. See you next time. I'm Linnea, your host with Lake Nona Social Podcast.
And I'm Omar Hickman. We'll see you later.